Hi, good morning, everyone. This is Lady Diane from the support team. And finally, we are back on our webinar. This is actually our eighth webinar and the first webinar for this year. Again, welcome and thank you so much for joining us for today's product updates. Okay. All right, so let's get started. This presentation is a total of 20 minutes. It's a 10-minute of question and answer. You can ask any questions you have on the chat window called questions here. Session will be recorded for future reference and will be uploaded to our YouTube channel. If there will be unanswered questions, we will be replying to over email. And if you have a specific issue with the app, please inform support at darkpos.com and we'll definitely arrange a private session to discuss it with you. Don't forget to follow us on social media to get the latest updates. We have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can search it there, Dark Pause Inc. Or for Instagram, you can also search it by Enlight POS. All right, so let's get started. For today's topic, we actually have two parts. The first part is Enlighten, and the second part is the mobile apps and web portal. So just to remind you guys, this all of these updates comes with a setting. So if in any case after this presentation and you would like those settings to be applied, just let support know, and we will definitely help you out. All right. So just to give you a quick overview, we have here Enlighten, new search options and walk-in, send customer receipt when racking is completed, and paid label and invoice detail screen. While for mobile apps and web portal, we have notification to store when customer updates certain details from Enlight mobile or web portal, promotions modal on mobile apps, address to field is also now available, and driver's capability to create new customers. Okay, so let's start now with Enlighten. So as you can see before, we only have the search options such as the mobile number, the name, and the email. So as you can see here, these are the most commonly used before: the name, the phone number, and the email. Now we have added new search options for you, such as the price level, the company name, and the last one is very helpful for our store owners, especially if you have more than one location and you are sharing customer from one location to another. There is now an option to see a code where that customer is originated. So where is that customer, or where that customer originally came from? And this is actually the last column that we do have right here. So if it comes from store one, if it comes from store two or store three, then you can definitely have the search option for it. Okay, so that's gonna be for our new search options in walk-in. Second is the send customer receipt when racking is completed. So before, as we all know, when we create an order, it's automatic that the receipt is sent to the customer after the order is created. But now, due to instances that we have to detail the invoice first, sometimes we have to add modifiers and all, we now have an option right here that instead of you sending the receipt right after the order is created, we can send the receipt to our customers when the order is already racked. So let me show you an example. So let's go to the racked orders instead, okay? So I believe 42 dash let's say here 41 dash 1. Okay, so there, Leah and Angela, 41-1. So let's rack this particular invoice. Invoice is now racked, and the customer now will actually receive a notification. Aside from the notification that their clothes are ready, they will also receive the receipt. So let me show you how the receipt looks like. So to make it easier, I'll go to Leah and Angela and go to the notifications tab, and I'll go to this particular ticket. Okay. So let me show you how it looks like. Okay, so there we go. As you can see here, this is now the receipt. It contains everything. All right, the pickup date, the drop date, the name, the phone number, and of course the detail of the order. At the bottom part, it will also show here if there is a balance or if this particular order is already paid. So this is exactly how the email will look like for your customer if you send out or if we have this setting to send the customer receipt when racking is completed. Okay, and now for the third update under Nlight 10, all right, we have now the paid label and invoice detail screen. This will actually show a paid badge. Okay, so let's say, for example, I'll go ahead and go to detail an invoice and search for an invoice here. I have 40-1 as an example. All right. So as you can see here, beside the invoice number, we have here the paid badge or the paid label. So this will actually be very helpful for our employees to see that if they are going to detail this particular order and it is already paid, then they will now have the instinct that, all right, this particular order will be credited to the customer via the store credit. So technically they now have an idea what is going to happen. All right? So sometimes, all right, orders are fully paid, sometimes there is a partial payment. So everything will be seen from this particular page, which is the detailed invoice screen, all right, with this setting for the paid label. All right. So that is all for Enlighten. Next one will be mobile apps and web portal. The first one under mobile app and web portal is notification to store when customer updates certain details from Enlight mobile or web portal. So as we all know, there are these customers that for example, they move into a different place from one place to another. Of course, they have to change, all right, their address on the app. So instead of you thinking like, did they change your address? Of course, you would like to make sure that you are updated, especially your customer has an access to the customer app and has an option to edit their profile. So we also have a setting right here which we can apply to your store. That way you will be notified what changes are made. So for example, on this particular store that we have Dark Webinar. I set it up that if a customer change their address from like the address field, city, state, and zip code, there will be a notification sent out. So let me try it out. Let's say I'm going to change this to 5643. All right. I'm going to change apartment. Let's say I move into apartment 35. And then I also change the zip code. Let's say this is just an example. Okay. So I'm going to save it. And as soon as this is saved, there will now have a notification that will be sent to the email, the feedback employee email that you set up on your store with regards to the changes. So let me show you an example. Dark webinar. All right, I'm going to log in for this particular email because this is for the feedback employee that I set up. There you go. So we have it here. Now, if we zoom it in, it will now show you the previous information that this particular customer has and the changes. So as you can see here, all right, we have this is the original one, and then this is now the changed one. We have changed the address and the zip code. So everything will show here. The left side will show the original information, while the right side shows the new information or the changes that were made. So that notification will be sent out to the feedback employee email. All right. So next one is actually the promotions modal. So let's go to promotions modal. Promotions modal on mobile apps. So still on mobile apps. Let's go to orders. All right. Here, promotions modal will actually show when your customer try to schedule a pickup. So there will be two options for that. First option is that if your customer will enter a code manually, or the second option is for you to put in the list. It's already a list type wherein they can just choose what promotion is available on the store. So on this particular store, I label it as promo available, and I have it as the list type. So for the name here or for the label here, again, we can always change it. All right. It's also going to be a setting that we can apply. Just let support know if you would like to change this particular label, whatever label you would like, and what type you would like to have it, or what option is it, like for customers to enter the code or just the list type. So let's say one web or two web, then they can just simply select here. And at the same time, of course, it will also show here the discount or the promotion that is um the the promotion that is available, like 10%, 15%. All right, it's gonna show everything here. Again, this promotion is set up on your Enlight 10, which is reflected on the customer's app or on the Enlight mobile. Right, that's gonna be for promotions model on mobile apps. Now the third one is actually the address to field, which is now available. So as we all know before, all right, we only have the address field, but since our customers has the information, like they would like to put in their apartment number to be very specific, suite number, all right, their unit number, of course, there is now an option that we have here for the address to field. So let's say, for example, since I'm already logged in, all right, let me show you where it is seen. Name, address, there you go. It's the address to field. So they can have it on their profile on the mobile app. At the same time, they can also have it when, of course, registering, or for new customers that is registering, this address to field is now available. Aside from Enlight Mobile or the customer app, it is also showing on our routes. So I'm going to go to the routes. Say, let's just choose Tuesday route. Or webinar locker, sorry, it doesn't show anything from there. See, all right, if you pull up this particular customer and edit the profile, address to field is also showing. And aside from our mobile applications, all right, it is also available in Enlight. So for example, you go to customer walk-in, you would like to add a new customer, address to field is also showing. All right. So that is for the address to field, which is now available on the system. And lastly, we have here the driver's capability to create new customers. So when we say it's the driver's capability, then technically that will go under the driver app. Okay. So I have here, I believe this is the driver app. All right. So let's say I'm on Tuesday route and I would like to create a new customer as the driver. So all I have to do here is to click the add customer button, and instead of just adding a one-time stop from here, just click on create new customer. So you just have to enter the first name, last name, okay, the address if you would like to enter the address. Okay, so let's just put in this information. Phone, email. This is just an example, so I'll put random information from here. Company, so let's say web to stop color. You can actually choose from anything, like blue. I love blue, so I'll choose blue and then just save it from here. So after you save this information, automatically this new customer will now be on the Tuesday route. Okay, save. All right, so there you go. It will now show here Carson Angelo, which is now a new customer. All right. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our topics for today or our updates for this particular webinar for Enlighten and mobile apps and web portal. Thank you so much once again. I hope you have learned and enjoyed this presentation. Now, next part is our question and answer portion. So, just to remind you guys, this is a 10-minute session. Remember to ask any questions you have on the chat window called Questions Here. This session will be recorded for future reference and will be uploaded to our YouTube channel. All unanswered questions will be replied to over email. Again, if you have a specific issue with the app, please inform support at darkpos.com and we'll arrange a private session to discuss it with you. Don't forget to follow us on social media to get the latest updates. For Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, you can search us by Dark Pause Inc. And also for Instagram, aside from the Dark Pause Inc., you can also search Enlight POS. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thank you so much for listening. I would like to introduce to you my colleague here, Andre from our marketing team. She will help us with our question and answer portion. So, Andre, the floor is yours.
Hi, lady, and hi, everyone. We have very, very interesting questions today. So let's jump to the first one. Okay, so the first one is, how do we apply for promo code?
Okay, well, that's actually a very nice question. So let me show you exactly how it's done. Okay, just give me one quick second. I'll just have to pull up everything here. Okay. All right. Okay. So there you go. For the promotion code, it's actually as I've discussed a while ago, we do have two types of promo code. Like, so we have the list type and the text type. So let's have a look here. Since I have already discussed about the list type, I would like to show you how it's done with the text type. So what we normally do here is that we schedule a pickup from here. So let's say I'm scheduling a pickup. I'll try to detail the invoice right here. Here, as you can see here, what we have to do, since there's no list, we have to type in the code and then just schedule a pickup. All right.
Okay, great.
Now, yeah, just to give more information about it, Andre, for version 3, we do have a different thing that will show. So after we have applied the promo code, all right, if we do have the version 3, this is actually an example. If you have a version 3, that will show under the ticket notes. So here, it shows their promo code and then OneWeb under the ticket notes. That can be approved, of course, by our employees once that they are detailing the invoice. While if we do have the version 4 or version 5, what will show is this. Let me show it on Enlight. So we go to detail invoiced and we go to the invoice that we've just created, which is the 46-1. As you can see here, the discount or the promo code is automatically applied. It's a 10% discount for OneWeb. That's why it's showing here at the left bottom side of the invoice detail screen, which is showing $1.54.
Okay, great. Okay, let's jump to the next question. Is the address to field for an alternative or the second line of address?
That's actually a very nice question, Andre, because this is the most common mistake that our customers are thinking. All right. So again, address 2 is not for an alternative address, Rather, it is for the second line of the address. Normally, we put there like the apartment number, the suite number, building number if there is, or that it's basically the second line of the address.
Okay, great. We have another one here, and it goes, if you create a new customer from the driver's app, will it only be a one-time customer?
All right. Well, with regards to the driver app, okay, let me show it here. It's actually not just for a one-time customer, because if you create it, there will be an option for you to just add there is an option for you to add it as a one-time stop or as a permanent customer to the route. So if we do have Enlight routes here and we click create new customer, all right, so you add the first name, last name, address, all information needed. There is an option here like add one-time stop, add permanently to route, or add permanently as regular stop. So you can choose add permanently to route, and you can choose which route should that customer belongs to. So that will be an option to add a new customer permanently instead of just adding a one-time stop.
Thank you, lady. Next question is a compound question, means like it's two questions in one. So it goes, when the client changes the address, in case the new address belongs now to a different route, will the client will be moved to the new route automatically? And the second question is, in case the client moves to an unsupported address, will the client get a notification about it?
All right. Well, thank you so much, Andre, for that very nice question. Technically, no, it will not be an automatic process in terms of the movement of the route. Okay, we only validate also zip codes on the registration. That means that we will not be getting a notification or a warning for an unsupported address during the update. So if our customers do the update and it's not a valid address, or it's technically not part of the zip codes that belongs to the route, then we do not have a warning for that. It doesn't show any.
All right, thank you, lady, for that answer. So we have another question here. Is there a time limitation as to when the client can change the address in case there is an order en route?
Well, there is actually no limitation in changing their address. The once the route has been started, all right, if your driver already started the route, the address will update on the system, but will not reflect right away on the driver's side. So that means, all right, once the driver, or once that you have updated it, like for example a customer updated it, it will not show right away. So technically it will still update, yes, but again, once that the route started, it will not be there right away. It will not be updated right away. So what we do normally recommend is that you should be able to get a disclaimer for your customers to know about it.
Okay, I have another question here. It goes,
Mhm.
can we enable only one of those new search options? I'm interested in only adding the company. Is that possible?
Well, yes, definitely that's possible. Again, this is not, or this is a setting. So basically, if you just want like just the company email, or company email, phone number, price level, then that can definitely be done, or the originating store, that can be done. All you have to do is to inform support. In that way, we will be able to update that on your setting.
Okay, great. There's another one here. What would you see if the order is unpaid?
All right. Well, that's actually a very nice question. All right. So if the order is paid, we have the paid batch, right? But if or if the order is not paid, there will be no paid batch that will be showing. So let's say, for instance, this particular order, 45-1. So here. So if we go over this invoice here, so is as you can see here, there's a paid batch for those items that were paid. And this ones doesn't include a paid badge. That means that it's not paid. So this particular order actually has a partial payment.
Okay, cool. Thank you, lady. We have another one and says, can I select which promotions will be available in the app from Enlight?
Well, yes, definitely. There is an option for you to select which promotions will be available or which promotions will be showing on the app. And I believe that's going to be set up in the back office part of Enlight POS. So that's normally with the discounts. Let me show you exactly how or where is that supposed to be, okay? Just give me one quick second. Okay, here, discount setup. So you can put in here if it's an active, yes, right? But you can also select no if you do not want this to be an active promotion. These are the normal promotions that are showing on the app. So you can set it up from here if you would like that promotion to be active or just to mark it as inactive.
Okay, great. Thank you, lady. And now the last question of today, because we are running out of time, is can the promo code be available to some specific customers only on the mobile app or customer portal?
All right. Well, with regards to that one, all right, let's just take a look at this one. Okay. Yeah, for this one, yes, the promo code, all right, that can actually be selected.
Cool.
So for this one, Andre, all right, we ran out of time for the day. So again, if we have unanswered questions, we'll definitely reach out to you directly to discuss it.
Okay, thank you, lady. Thank you for answering these questions, and thank you everyone for attending.
Thank you so much, everyone. Again, if there are any things that are unclear, let us know. In that way, we will be able to clear it out by sending you emails as well.